Alright, so in this video we are going to paint this iris, and you'll also learn some of my failures as I paint this flower. But before that, I will be showing you one of my favorite content creation tools. This is the canvas lamp, and you may have seen it before in my previous videos, but this is what I really use for filming almost all my videos for social media. So it's so easy because I can move this up and down, and I can also move this part. So if I want a portrait mode for Instagram Reels, I can film like this, or for YouTube I can just switch to a landscape mode. And there's also a knob right here that you can move so that you can change the angle easily. So you can do like a top view, and then you can also film a tighter shot for those nice details. Okay, so I will just be putting the code below because you can get 10% off on your order using this code or using the link in the description box. It is a little bit pricey, but it's really worth it if you make a lot of content or if you film a lot just like me. Okay, so that's it. Let's now move on to our painting video. Alright, so I actually did not know that these inks or these very concentrated watercolor will actually stain your ceramic palette. So I'm a little bit upset about that because nobody told me. So you can see all the like small dots there. They're from the Dr. P.H. Martin's Radian concentrated watercolor, and I actually left them just for about maybe 15 minutes max, and then I washed them off, and it's still stained like this. I'm hoping to be able to really, I don't know, maybe I can scrub them off or put some dishwashing liquid. I hope I can take them out. So if you have suggestions on how to clean this, please let me know. Okay, so just to be safe, I'm going to be using this coated, just a coated paper plate, and I'm just gonna drop in some of the colors. This is going to be my reference photo. It's from the Flower Color Theory book. So I do love the bright colors here, and I'm going to try to make it work because some of the colors are not available in my set. So I think I'm going to use the Alpine Rose, and I am just going to drop it here on the paper plate. I'm also going to use the violet. Alright, so what I'm gonna do in here is I wanted to do kind of an inky floral style, just super loose. I'm gonna use this filbert brush, or it's called a pointed oval, and we're gonna grab some clean water, and I think I'm just gonna paint some petals. I will have a specific flower in mind, so we are just going to just paint from our imagination, or I guess I can try to copy some of the ruffles here on the petals. Okay, I'm going to tilt this so you can see what I'm painting, since I'm just really painting with like water. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this Alpine Rose. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so it is spreading quite nice. Just gonna rinse my brush and just let the colors flow. Let's grab a little bit of what color is this? Maybe this is cherry red. it is super pigmented. And I just realized that this ink is actually really good for irises. So maybe I can try to extend some of the petals so that they will look like an iris. Okay, you can add a little bit of this violet right here. Okay, so I think it's working, and you only need a little bit of that paint to really get some color. It's very, very vibrant and just very pigmented. I'm gonna add that violet right here. You can see it's really flowing very nice. So I'm also trying to re-wet some areas and see what it looks like. It's not that nice to re-wet, so you can see right here. Maybe I can add a little bit of that orange. Okay. I need the help of a big brush. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more of that pink. So what's difficult about painting with these inks is that when you put it on like the palette, sometimes it can get confusing because they look quite the same. Okay, I think I want to add some veins. Okay, so it is working. I usually do this with watercolor, so it's nice to see that it's also working with these inks. Just add some texture. But it's also pulling up a lot of that paint. I'm gonna try and just dissolve that. Okay. Okay, so this usually doesn't happen on a normal watercolor. So it's also nice to see that difference. So I do have a little bit of green right here. Okay, then we can add a little bit, maybe one more flower right here. So we are really just experimenting. This may not look like an actual iris. I'm just painting from memory. This one looks a little bit off because we did not really intend to paint that as an iris. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add more blue in this part. Let's try this turquoise. I'm gonna drop in the color and kind of just let it spread. Again, it's very, very pigmented. Just add a little bit of that violet. Just gonna do some more ruffles on the petals. Just add some wet area right here. So I have True Blue. Okay, this is nice. Alright, so I think I wanna try and like extend this one a little bit more. And maybe add a little bit of yellow just to brighten this area. But of course, if you add that, it's gonna turn into green. Still looks nice. So I do love the pop of color in this piece. Let's add some of that. Okay, so it turned to green. I'm gonna try and blot it. Okay, so at least we're slightly able to fix an area by blotting. I'm gonna put more of this True Blue just to add some more blue in that area. Just blend it out. I'm still trying to figure out how to really use these concentrated watercolors. Alright, so let's add some green stock. And I'm finding it a little bit too green. Maybe let's add some brown to that. I'm gonna mix it on the palette. So I mix the green and the brown color, and you get this nice earthy green color. Okay, so what's difficult about using these bottles is that every time you use it, or every time you need a color, you have to open the bottle. So it's a bit of a hassle for me. We can add kind of a stem. Alright, so I feel like I need to fix this part. So maybe we can kind of extend this area a little bit. And I'm just gonna grab whatever color I have in this palette. Just gonna add some water. Maybe add a little bit of that violet. Okay, I have definitely overdone this area. We're just gonna blot it out. Just add some more color. Maybe we have to wait for this to dry before we add some more. Alright, so this is dry already, and I was actually thinking of scrapping this video because I'm not really happy with how this turned out. It looks kind of weird, but I also wanted to show you guys that sometimes not all paintings will look that good, especially if it's your first time to paint using a new art material. So I'm thinking of trying to troubleshoot this flower by adding some second layer. So I have kind of a darker pink here, and just going to see if it's going to work. So my plan is just to add some nice strokes, just more like expressive strokes. Okay, and then I'm just gonna blur it out. Just to add some contrast. Maybe you can add a little bit of violet. And you need to really work quite fast, because once this dries, it's difficult to fade. Okay, I think it's starting to look okay in my eyes. There's a little bit of second layer. It makes a huge difference. And add some details as well on this blue. Okay, so I like this shape better than the first iris. Even have some fun with like a white marker. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have to stop here, else I will overwork it again. It's definitely different working with liquid watercolors, because I can't seem to figure out like how it flows on paper yet, because it's my first time to really paint flowers using this new art material. But I think it can be fun If you want some really nice bold florals, it's gonna be a great art material to use. And I'm really excited to try it again using a different flower. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more art videos. And also, I do have a lot of Skillshare classes if you want to learn how to paint loose watercolor style. There are so many flower classes in my Skillshare profile. You can check out the link below.